The most important outcome for the Air Force will be the ability to resupply dismounted soldiers anywhere in a 150-mile radius at no cost to human life. And then the ability to take that aircraft and put a reconnaissance payload on it and send it out on a mission that can gather information in that same operating radius or even further. The Chaparral is a flexible, multi-mission aerial asset that can be used by the warfighter primarily for logistics and contested environments. Because it has a vertical takeoff and landing capability, it doesn't need to operate from an airport or even a runway. It just needs a flat spot of land about 50 by 50 feet, and it can take off and land from any location. The operational relevance is that Chaparral can create a distributed autonomous logistics network in areas where it would be very challenging and dangerous to operate logistics with today's traditional manned aerial assets. And it can do this with a platform of systems that are autonomous, require very little supervision and maintenance, and present no risk at all to the warfighter. And a large autonomous delivery drone like Chaparral can meet this operational need and create a logistics capability that really couldn't be done any other way. We started working with the Air Force on a direct-to-phase 2 SBIR contract. It was an open topic, and we came in and began working with AFSOC in 2019. Since then, we've graduated to a phase 3 SBIR with Agility Prime. Our contract with the Air Force is helpful in two ways. First, revenues, which help with operations and keeping the lights on. Second, there is a signal that the relationship sends out into the venture and strategic investor community. For instance, bringing Lockheed Martin Ventures on board as a strategic investor to help us get Chaparral downrange at the earliest possible opportunity.
We saw a few characteristics of the vehicle that David's team was putting together that was very intriguing to us. And when we learned that Elroy was using hybrid propulsion systems, gas turbine as well as battery propulsion, we thought that that's great because you can pursue parallel paths, you can start the vehicle with the right range, the 300 to 500 mile kind of range. Also use a multi-variety of fuels, but you could still develop the electric propulsion system at the same time along a parallel path. So at some point in time when a great battery becomes available, you can make that switch. We make it a point at Lockheed Martin Ventures to support these companies. As long as they're making progress, we're going to continue to be their partner and investor. We've been very lucky, I think, the last couple of years where most of the companies we've chosen have done very well, and we've been there for the ride for all of them.
Our work with the Air Force has given Elroy Air a great partner and early customer, and has given me personally a set of relationships with people in AFWorks in the Air Force who I wouldn't have known otherwise. Smart, dedicated, hardworking Americans who are dedicating their lives to serve our country and who I've learned so much from.